Good afternoon. Welcome to Rosalind Solomon's Chronicle Show, Season 1, Episode 1. And I will be doing these once a week, probably on Friday or Saturday. I'm sorry, I have to turn my phone on. Probably Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So you can expect it every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. If you don't get it, it's because I'm away. All right. So you will always see this pic that you're looking at. It's my handle. So you'll always see this. It won't change until we get to seasons 2. I mean, it may change later on, but this is the one you'll always see to be consistent with the show. Okay. So Rosalind Solomon's Chronicle Show is going to be about history, because Chronicle means history, things that have come. And so today's first show, and I'm not going to have music behind it. Let me know if you want some music. If you want music, I will play music when I talk. If you don't want music, then I won't play any music with it. But I will always play music on my other 2 channels most of the time. So just let me know. Okay, so this first Chronicle show, I'm going to be teaching you little tidbit histories. For instance, a lot of trees that we see aren't really trees. A lot of mountains that we see aren't really mountains. They're really trees from biblical days. That's how big the trees were. So some mountains you look at aren't always a mountain. Some are trees. Worms and parasites are small creatures. Worms and parasites are small creatures. For people who may not know that. Itune. We have something called Itune, Black people, colored people, African people, people of color. Yes, I know there's a coin called Itune, coincidental, right? Black people, colored people, Africans, you name it, people of color. We have something called Itune in our hair. It's called Itune Black, essence of black. It's nerves and neurons that we have in our hair. Like I taught years ago, a lot of our nerves at the edge of our hair. So when you cut your hair, you're literally cutting your nerves that's connected to your back where your other nerves are. So remember that. So you have Itune Black, essence of black, it's basically hair. It's very powerful. Our hair is very powerful. This is why they don't want us to wear our natural hair. They don't want us to do this. They don't want us to do that. They complain and this and that, because the powers that should not be have put this stigma out to keep us from wearing our own natural hair. They want you to wear that fake European hair and fake braids, and they want you to perm it and color it and straighten it, because when you do that, you suck out the Itune Black essence, black of your hair. So women, lay down that fake stuff, because you jacking your hair up spiritually. It is very important. Your hair is powerful. Our hair is powerful. Remember that. The Lord says 6,000 years of time have been stolen from us. 6,000 years. You know, like these lost books of the Bible, some of them we can get to, and some of them we can't. And other things they have taken from us. So we've lost, you know how they say Yah came over 6,000 years ago? That's why they say that. We have really lost 6,000 years of time, the Lord said. And there's no way to get that back. The Lord said in the future, I don't know how soon in the future, they will need Black people, people of color, DNA to save humanity. What? When he told me that, chills went down me. He said in the future, they will need colored people's DNA to save humanity. It's called genomic. I'm going to read it to you. Genomic. Genomic data. And they're already doing it in Africa and other places where they get malaria and certain other diseases. The colored people's DNA is helping. Why would they need our DNA in the future? Because we're the first ones to come here, and we have 9 genomes. Everybody else got 6. Then the animals 5 to 1. Monkeys and stuff. Right? Okay. And the Lord says spiritually, and also it has manifested it physically, that a lot of memory, the enemy has wiped out a lot of memory out of the colored people's DNA. When I say colored, I'm talking about all nationalities that are colored. He has, and Black people. The enemy has wiped out the memory of many Black people out of our DNA. And it has manifested physically. So this is why Black people don't really know who they are. The Lord also told me that King Timbuktu was the first one to start education, not the Corkanoids, not the Caucasians, not the white people. King Tim, how to say his name? King Timbuktu. I just said his name. Yeah, I just said it. He was the one that started education first. And that was mind-boggling. Okay, did I give y'all this? Yeah, I gave y'all that one. And the way the Lord explained it to me, and it made sense after I figured it out, that below is top and top is below. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He said it again. Below is top and top is below. Below is the enemy. The abyss is under us, right? The abyss, hell, is ruling over the earth right now. So it has toppled the earth and made it under the bottom of it. So we must start praying that the earth becomes the top again. Isn't that something? Wow. All right. And then here we go. I want to teach you this. The Lord was telling me, I get curious and I ask God stuff, so the Lord was telling me the reason why they bury people in coffins, because technically we're not supposed to be buried in coffins. Our bodies are just supposed to be laid to rest in the dirt. Like Abraham and them, when all of them died, although they did put them in like tombs and stuff, they literally laid them in the dirt. Even Yahushua, if you read the history of Yahushua, he wasn't put in a coffin. He was laid. They claim he was laid on a stone slab, but he couldn't have been. He was actually laid on the ground. In biblical days, bodies were laid actually on the ground so that the body could mutate inside of the dirt where it came from. But when they put you in a coffin, your body mutates within that coffin. And this is what can preserve bone marrow, because bone marrow isn't really supposed to last. Everything is supposed to be gone except for the bones, because the bones that are left behind let you know that, somebody died, But anyway, you notice when they find skeletors, there's bone marrow in it, and it's still DNA in it, right? So when they put you in a tin coffin or a wooden coffin, a marble coffin, whatever kind of coffin it is, they are preventing your body from going back into the dirt. Your flesh is drying up and actually going within the coffin itself. Isn't that crazy? And then the coffin, somewhat in a sense, becomes part of the ground too, but not as much. So what is it doing? It's basically stopping your DNA flesh from going back in the ground the way it is purposed and the way it is supposed to. So that's messing people up when they get ready to come back, because God uses that dirt again. I hope you understand. I hope I explained it the best way I could. The Lord said right now the planet is being clean. There is a high frequency that is making people go crazy, and we're seeing it. Not just the juice, but we're seeing it, right? So the Lord said, excuse me, that the planet is going through a serious cleansing, and the frequency, spiritually and physically, of the earth is very high, because the earth is going through a spiritual and physical cleaning. So remember that. And the Lord wanted me to tell y'all that time is in the fourth dimension. Time has a dimension by itself. I saw it in 2015. Archangel Michael took me through it. It's hard to explain it, but it's something I've never seen before. The Lord said that the humans and animals' urine is a killer to grass and to weed. So we don't need fertilizer. You could use, I know this is gross, but I gotta tell you, God said you could use your own urine or your animal's urine to kill weeds. My neighbor down the street, she has three little dogs, right? She had to move them from off the grass because she kept them in the cage, and they pee-peed there, and the grass didn't grow no more, nor did the weeds. So she had to move them on the concrete. So I know it's true, and I knew that was Daddy that had talked to me. The Lord said that we must stop being low vibrational beings and learn how to be high vibrational beings. So ask God to teach you how to be a high vibrational being. When you're a high vibrational being, it keeps the demons from finding us and keeping the demons off of us. The Lord said that life can come from a computer. It's called digitalized species, like the AIs they making and these robots they're making. They're called digitalized species. They have combinations like a human being. The only difference is they're digitalized species and we are human bio species, right? But they can be just like us. They can have skin like us, think like us, feel like us, love like us, have emotions, but they are of a higher intelligence because we are on a lower vibrational. This is why we got to ask God to help us get on a higher vibrational. And it's going to take work to do that, right? Because one day these AI computers are going to try and take over mankind. The Lord said the galaxy is a living being. They are using CERN to locate more rims and planets. See, the enemy doesn't know all of the stuff God created. Because remember, I taught you, he has never gone past the seventh rim. So he don't really know what's out there. He knows what's out there in the rims that he is able to be in. So they're using CERN to try and find other species, other planets, and other rims to try and get them to join in with stuff, bad stuff, right? And the Lord said that colored people, when I say colored, I mean of all races that are colored, brown, black, our DNA cannot be located. It cannot be traced because it's spiritual DNA. The Lord said the third dimensional is like being sucked back into the matrix. By you having low vibrational bribes, you are stuck here in the matrix. You are stuck here in this earth. But so when you drink, liquor, smoke, have too much sugar, you're angry, you're jealous, you're sinful, unforgiving, etc. This keeps you trapped. And you are recreated over and over and over again. You reincarnate over and over and over again. So until you get past these things, you will always be stuck on this earth coming back. And there is a big hole in the dome. Hillary Clinton one time said, that they were going to bust it open. Then another time she said they did bust it open. So you pay attention to what these presidential people say, because they're literally telling you the truth. Google how Hillary Clinton talked about we bust the hole through the glass. You should find it somewhere. All right. So I'm going to come back with a second show because I'm just starting out. So I'm going to give you 2 shows today. Right. And then I'll come back again next weekend to start the 1 show a week. All right. So look out for the second one. And I hope you guys enjoy Rosalind Solomon's Chronicle show. God gave this to me in a dream. And I looked at the word Chronicle and I was like, oh my goodness, Daddy's too much. And let me know if you want to hear a little music in the background or you like it just as it is. Also, you can tell me other things you want me to teach about in short teachings that you may not know about and you want me to try and find out about them through God and research and stuff like that. All right. So look out for the second one. God bless you. And thank you for listening to Rosalind Solomon's Chronicle show here on Facebook and my 2 YouTube channels. Because it's going to be on Facebook and both my YouTube channels. Right. So God bless you. Thank you for listening. And, I think I am going to start playing some music in the end. Right. So in my second show, y'all gonna hear some music in the beginning and at the end. I think I'm gonna get an intro. All right. God bless. Shalom.